Hi guys, this is Rajshri and welcome to another episode of Culinary Chronicles. As we all know, herbs play an essential part in countless recipes. So today, I'm at Freshpik at Jio World Drive, Mumbai, where I'm going to buy a few herb plants, address the most common problems and share valuable tips to overcome them. So let's check them out. One of the biggest problems we face is where to buy them. Well, I'm here at Freshpik, where we can explore a variety of herb plants. This store is literally a paradise for vegetarians. I'm in the herb section here, and before we begin, we all have heard why freshly harvested goods are better than store-bought. That is because they not only boast unparalleled freshness, but also possess vibrant flavors that can take our dish to the next level. And to explain more about them, I have an expert here who's going to guide me through this.
Hello, Chef. Good to see you again.
Nice to meet you again. So tell me, Rohit, why freshly harvested herbs are better than the store-bought ones?
So to experience the herb's true flavor, one needs to consume it right after harvesting. The plant's herbaceousness and the brightness comes right after harvesting, as compared to the dried counterparts, which are more pungent and sharper in flavor.
That makes a lot of sense. So tell me, what kind of herbs do we have here?
So we have tulsi, we have basil, parsley, rosemary, lemongrass, thyme, oregano, wheatgrass, sage, and multiple assorted mints as well.
Wow, that's really fascinating. So I've always been curious about what is the right time to harvest and any special techniques that we should keep in mind.
So when harvesting, Chef, it's very important to cut right above the node here. Let me show it to you. Can you please hold it for me?
Sure.
So whenever you're trimming, you just have to hold this and cut it in a crisscross manner just on the top, just like this. This is where the real growth will occur and more leaves will grow and it will flourish.
So we usually just take a pair of scissors and just chop it off, and this is a good information that you've been sharing.
Thank you. And it's also very important to have a very sharp knife. You don't want to damage the plants on that. So the sharper knife, easier the cut would be, and you don't have to rub it on.
Okay. So tell me, what is the best way to water the plants?
So for herbs, Chef, we need to water them at least every alternate days. 125 ml of water or half a cup of water is more than enough for every plant.
Okay.
And in case if there is more summer or if not humid, you can just mist them on the leaves.
Oh, okay. So when I'm using these herbs in my recipes, do I pick the stem or just the individual leaves?
So Chef, every herbs would be treated differently depending on their size and depending on how delicate they are. So herbs like basil and coriander or parsley would need a proper trim from leaves.
Okay.
Stronger herbs like rosemary or thyme can be trimmed from the stem and can be used further.
Can you walk me through them one by one and tell me what are their benefits?
Certainly, Chef. So this is our holy tulsi, a very household plant. As we all know, it can be used for making teas, it can be used for making kadha. It is very good for digestion and very good for upset stomach. So these are parsley. Parsley can be in two forms. It can be either curled parsley or flat parsley, and depending on that, the uses are there. It can be used for marination, it can be used for making sauces, and it is very good for immune system. So this is rosemary. It's a Mediterranean herb, very widely used for roasting vegetables. It can be used for flavoring soups as well. It has also got a very good health benefit. It's anti-inflammatory and it helps in bacterial infection as well. So this is lemongrass, very widely used to make tea as well, and it helps to control cholesterol and obesity. So this is oregano, also known as pizza herb of the world. As we all know, it's used for pizzas and pasta, and it is very rich in antioxidants and regulates diabetes as well. So this here is thyme, which has antifungal and antibacterial properties. It is very widely used for tossing vegetables in casseroles, in flavoring soups and etc. So this is wheatgrass. It controls blood pressure. It is very good for hair growth as well. Generally, people do make beverages out of it for early morning as a detox beverage. So this is basil. It has now become a household herb, very widely used, and it can boost immunity, good for the dental health as well. And it can be used for making beverages like mojito. It can be used in soups. It can be used for making basil pesto sauce. Very widely used on pastas and pizzas as well.
Wow, that's a lot. So tell me, are people buying more plants than what they used to before?
Oh yes, the offtake has become very high now. A lot of people are choosing this live plants and taking it to their homes. Especially the holy basils and the rosemaries have become a very household thing now.
So out of these, can you please tell me which plants do you recommend for people who have busy lifestyles and which require minimal care?
Thyme is the toughest herb which can tolerate a lot. But also basil, to be honest, if we water them at least twice a week, they can still survive.
That's excellent. So tell me, what are the other forms that you sell these herbs in?
So apart from the regular pots which we have all these herbs available in packet form as well, which can be picked up in smaller quantities. A thing like wheatgrass will be available in powdered form, oregano, thyme, rosemary can be available in dried forms as well in the packets.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Rohit, for all the information. And now I'm going to pick up a few and plant them at my home.
You're most welcome, chef.
This stay for a long time, right? Yeah. Our house plants and herbs are here, and now I'm going to tell you how to take care of them and how to use them. So I have a pot of lemongrass here, which is a fragrant citrusy grass-like herb. All the parts of lemongrass are edible. The stem is used in South Asian recipes just to flavor like broths, curries, salad dressings, etc., especially in Thai and Vietnamese cuisines. So this is the stem. So up till this point, it's kind of hard. So you can use this part in making your curries and broths. You can even use this part while making our desi masala chai, but we generally use the leaves for it. So you can cut it from this point. So just chop them up from this part. Wash these leaves thoroughly. You can also use the softer stem in making your masala chai. Next, we have a wheatgrass pot over here. Wheatgrass is known as a superfood because it has anti-inflammatory properties. Regular consumption of wheatgrass juice helps in lowering diabetes levels, cholesterol, and also helps in reducing weight. Wheatgrass has a very strong taste, so it's not palatable. So what you can do is add some honey, blend it into a juice, and have it empty stomach for maximum benefits. We're all familiar with the flavor of dried oregano. Same way, fresh oregano has a very bold and strong flavor, and it can be used in tomato-based recipes and also to make sauces, Italian recipes, even in pestos, etc. Moving on to fresh rosemary. This is a very woodsy aromatic herb and goes very well when it's sauteed in butter or olive oil with some root vegetables. It also flavors your garlic bread and your pizzas and all very well. So try this herb. Thyme is a very versatile herb. It does not have a very strong flavor or a peculiar taste of its own, but goes well as a mixed herb ingredient. It's used to add a depth of flavor to your broths, soups, pasta dishes, etc. Also used in mocktails and cocktails to add a refreshing flavor. Coming to the most commonly used herb, that is basil. Now it's become like a household herb, though it originates from Italy, but it's used all around the world now. It's known for its intense flavor and aroma. It's majorly used in pesto sauce, of course, we all know that. Over pastas, pizzas, even burgers. You can just use this herb in any of the recipes that you like. I have some general tips for you which goes for all the houseplants and the herbs. So the first one is how to store it. You can wash them, pat dry them, and store it in a damp cloth in a Ziploc or an airtight container. In any recipe, if you're replacing the fresh herbs to dried herbs, say for example, you're using 1 tablespoon of fresh herbs, then you should use 1 teaspoon of dried herbs. Because after the herbs are dried, they tend to intensify in flavor. As far as the house plants are concerned, make sure that you water them every alternate days. Around half a cup of water is good enough. Also, keep them in a bright and dry sunlight area. This was a general informative video about fresh herbs. If you have any more queries, do write them in the comment section below. This is Ruchi Bharani signing off. See you soon. Bye-bye.